What's up, everyone? Badda Skat. It's Monday Meditations. Brand new platform. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope this is all working. I hope you can see me good. I hope it sounds okay. Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Welcome, everyone. What's going on? Very first Monday meditation broadcast, well, official Monday meditation broadcast here on YouTube Live. I hope this is all working. I hope it's all functioning properly. I'm going to have to jump back and forth between different screens here just to make sure that if you do send a comment or a question that I get it, it comes through and I can respond to it properly. But so welcome. It's 4:30 on a Monday, which means it's time for Monday meditation. So every Monday morning I post a video in the morning on Instagram, Facebook, with the topic of discussion. And this topic is meant to get you to think a little bit deeper, to expand your consciousness, and hopefully allow you to become, or help you to become, the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And then we come back here on YouTube, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Mondays, and we discuss that topic in more detail and elaborate on it more. I address your questions, and we basically just, discuss this deeper. So, today's topic essentially is just getting back to the fundamentals here, just getting back to the basics and talking about meditation. What is meditation? How do you meditate? What can we do to meditate? Trying to make sure that I can see everything here. We have RD. Bless up, RD. Enough respect. I think this is working here. I think I can see the chats coming in now. So if you do have any questions as we're going along, please feel free to submit them here in the chat, and I will address them as they come through. But let's go ahead and get started. So really, what is meditation? What is meditation all about? There's a lot of, a lot of ideas and a lot of concepts regarding meditation. But meditation is probably something that you already do to some degree. You just might not be aware of it, or just might not be totally mindful of it. But meditation is essentially something that goes back thousands and thousands of years. I haven't really done much research into the specific history of meditation and when it was discovered and what who kind of pioneered the practice of it, but I know it's been around for a very long time. Even just within Buddhist and Hindu practices, which are 5,000 years old, meditation has been an active part. So there's different types of meditation. There's a wide range of different forms of meditation. Most people, when they think of meditation, they think of probably sitting down somewhere in the lotus position and with their eyes closed, trying to remove all thought from their brains or to quiet their mind. And yes, though meditation can be done that way, it's not necessarily the only way that you can meditate. So what are some ways that we can meditate? Some very basic ways. Well, I guess just to start, I'll go ahead and give you some meditations that you're probably already doing. If you still have to, wash the dishes by hand, not all of us have a dishwasher. Sometimes the dishwasher's full. Sometimes you need to wash things outside of what you can just put directly into the dishwasher. But if you ever wash the dishes, you probably do meditation to some degree. If you ever sweep the floors, if if you ever mow your own yard or rake your own leaves or have to clean out your pool or have to do various different tasks that may require your focus on that task, but focus that can be a type of subconscious focus. Yes, you have to pay attention to what you're doing at the time, but you almost kind of do so mindlessly. This is a type of just very basic meditation, and it's something that you can do, or something that you can keep in mind when you're doing these different things next time. Ways that you can go about enhancing that meditation practice, right? So let's just say you're washing the dishes, okay? Basically, this is kind of a general task that most people do, but as you're washing the dishes, if you're mindful of the tasks that you are performing and the details within those tasks, it can become more of a meditation. So as you're washing the dishes, instead of just staring off and watching TV, think more of the actual process. So think of, the soap on the sponge. Think of the sponge actually touching the plate and the friction between the plate and the sponge, and how it affects the food particles that are on there. And then think about the details, so the very intricate details of washing the dishes, and then it becomes more of an activity. Same thing, you can do it as you're walking. Walking meditation is a well-known type of practice where you basically just take a walk, and some walking meditation places that have been designed specifically for walking meditation may have a path that you follow, or it may take you into a particular piece of nature, but really you can do this anytime you walk. But as you walk, just focus on the process of walking. So focus on the movement of your foot as your heel touches the balls of your feet, rolling into your toes, and then eventually letting go, floating through the air, touching down again. Think about that amongst both feet. Think about how fast you're walking, how slow you're walking, how it may be affecting your breathing. And these are ways that you can just become more mindful of the practice that you're doing. Okay? Now, meditation can also really be done in more specific formats. Like there's different practices regarding meditation. Like you can do different types of pranayama meditations. You can do meditations that are focused on awakening the kundalini. You can do meditations that are third eye meditations or pineal gland meditations. Meditations that are more for manifestation and affirmations and things like that. There's transcendental meditations. So there's all sorts of different types of meditation, but even just breathing can be meditation as well. So just focusing on your breath, focusing on the inhale, focusing on the exhale, that's really just, it's called pranayama, which is essentially prana, the vital energy that exists within everything, within the air, the ether, that energy within a practice. So breathing is pranayama. When you focus on your breath, when you do different types of breath work, it becomes more effective. So there's different types of breathing practices and breathing techniques that can induce hallucinations and make you feel like you are drunk or have taken different types of drugs and stuff. Really, it's quite powerful stuff. So do some research, look into the different types of pranayama practices that are out there. But some basic ones, some easy ones that you can do that aren't going to make you trip out or get all crazy or anything. You can work on what's called the connected breath. And the connected breath is basically just trying to first be mindful of the inhale and exhale, but reducing the space between the end of the exhale and the start of the inhale. So and vice versa, the end of the inhale and start of the exhale. So as we're going about our daily lives, we don't think too much about how we breathe, but usually when we take a breath in, we kind of hold it for a second and then release it, and then hold that for a second before we take in another breath. Again, we don't think about this, but it's all very, very quick. It kind of happens behind the scenes. Excuse me. So a connected breath is where you reduce or eliminate the space between the inhale and the exhale. So as you inhale and release, you immediately start the inhale again, and then release and immediately start it again. So you keep it going, and as you can, or as you progress and as you do this more and more, it becomes more difficult, but it also becomes more effective. So if you sit in particular positions, hold different mudras while you meditate, doing this breath work can help enhance your spiritual advancement. So what are some other different types of meditations that we can discuss that are kind of beginner level type things? When people come to me and ask about meditations, a lot of times I recommend that they come here to YouTube and actually just do some searching around and just look for guided meditations. A lot of times guided meditations are very easy to get into. They will help you get started with meditation, and it's usually a pretty effective way to have a meaningful or an exciting or an experience heavy meditation by following somebody's guided instructions. So go on YouTube, search for 10-15 minute guided meditation, and you will find a lot of different options, and just watch through a couple, find one that resonates with you, find one that you like, someone whose voice sounds good to you, whose the background music sounds good to you, because all of these things have an effect. If there's interruption or resistance or conflict within your space that you're trying to meditate in, it might be harder for you to really get into the area or the mindset that you need to be in order for it to be most effective. So find a video that you like, that speaks to you, that again, you enjoy the voice of the person who's talking, you enjoy the background music, something that you like. So but guided meditations again are just a real easy way to kind of get started in meditation and have it be effective. But big up to Angel, just saw a question come in. She says, when I feel the need to reconnect, I do a full body scan meditation where you isolate every body part from the bottom to top and release the tension. Very good point. I recently did I wouldn't call it a retreat. It was really just an overnight stay in the woods with my brother and a friend of his, and his friend actually walked or guided us through a couple of different meditation practices, and one of the meditations was this type of full body tension release, and like a full body scan. And you start at your feet, so you can be sitting down or lying down or seated. We were sitting in chairs, so it was easy to kind of isolate the different body parts. But essentially, you just start at your feet, and he had us imagine a green light, green energy coming down from the cosmos and surrounding our bodies. And it first came in through the soles of our feet and slowly moved up through our body, through our legs, and through our calves, into our knees and the thighs, and so forth, up through our body. And you basically just described slowly the process. And as you're doing this, you want to try to envision this energy actually moving within you. Try to feel it. Try to feel the warmth. Feel the, feel like your legs or your as it moves up through your body, feel like your body is being surrounded by this energy, so much so that you can feel it. And it's a way to help relax the different parts of your body, the places that you may not feel that you have tight or that you're holding tension. But it's a good way to again, just kind of scan the whole body and release anything that you may be holding within your muscles that you're not aware of. It's a great way to start a meditation practice. It's a good way to end a meditation practice too. Yeah, enough respect, Angel. Thank you for submitting that. One other thing that you can do, really just going out into nature, is a good way to meditate. We're constantly bombarded by different types of distractions all day long, from our cell phones to the traffic to just noises from the TV, everything. There's all sorts of different energy, different types of distractions and things happening all around us. When you can go out into nature, that type of stuff seems to disappear. You can kind of shut off that extra chatter, that extra noise, and use what nature is providing. So listen more to the birds, listen to the wind through the leaves, listen to if there's water nearby, try to hear the sound of that. So there's lots of things that you can do just again to kind of reconnect, recenter yourself, and remove a lot of the distractions and the noise that will prevent you from getting to those areas more easily. But bless up to my Empress. She said, did you already talk about mantras and mala beads? No, I haven't. Mantras are another great type of meditation practice. Now, mantras, again, very ancient, but they're modern as well, because basically you can use ancient mantras to help guide you through your meditation, or you can use whatever you want to say as a type of affirmation, as something to make you feel better. But basically a mantra is just something that you say as you're meditating, and or part of your meditation practice, and they can help you clear the chatter in your mind, help you clear that fog, and help you recenter and refocus. But different types of mantras can be anything from things that you wish to bring about for yourself, things that you wish you had greater qualities of within yourself. But really they can be anything. Even if you just want to just be happier, you can just say, I am happy, more and more, and that can become, you can use that within your meditation to help manifest those things. Now, mala beads it's a meditation tool that you can use in association with mantras to guide you through this process. Mala beads are beads or necklaces that are used to facilitate meditation, used to facilitate mantras or affirmations. But they're like this. This is an example. These are actually made by my Empress for me by request, custom request, This is called a nada mala necklace because they're actually made with knots rather than beads. But traditionally they are either seeds or wooden beads or shells, or really any type of bead can be used, but it's what the rosary was modeled after, and it's with the same type of purpose. But basically you would use these knots to help you count the number of times that you have said your particular mantra. And the main bead is the guru bead, and the guru bead is meant to help you know where you are within your counting. Usually the mala necklaces are either traditionally like 108 beads or knots around the whole thing. This one is 54. They could be any fraction of that, or any I think it said was any general multiple of 9 is typically what's used, but really it can be any number. It doesn't have to be, it's whatever suits best for you, whatever you feel most connected with, but it's mainly just to help you count as you're saying your mantra. But yeah, so that's one other tool that you can use. Again, there's lots of different tools. Zen gardens are another ancient type of practice. A lot of people have, or used to have, I guess back in the day, Zen gardens in their offices, where you could clear the sand or move the rocks or do different things within this small sand garden in your office. But they could also be giant, huge sand gardens that you use rakes to clear and move, larger rocks and boulders and different things. But yeah, there's lots of different tools that can assist in your meditation practice as well. But essentially, meditation is really just a way to become more mindful of your existence, more mindful of what you are experiencing. Again, constantly we're being bombarded with these different distractions, and these prevent us from really having a healthy, beneficial life experience. We're not meant to sit on our phones all day. We're not meant to sit in front of a computer in an office somewhere. We're meant to have rich experiences within life, and the way you do that is by living. So meditation kind of gives you a way to recenter yourself after being exposed to all these different types of distractions. It helps you re-evaluate your existence, maybe help you refine your purpose, what you're most passionate about. Some of the benefits of meditation are definitely things like decreased tension, decreased heart rates, better metabolism, better sleep, more energy throughout the day, more control over your emotions, which is good because, a lot of times we come into contact with things that stir up emotion, and a lot of times if we act within these levels of high emotion, we're not always pleased with the outcome, and sometimes we regret the type of things that we may do under these high emotion circumstances. So having the ability to take a slight moment, assess the situation, and then know how to respond emotionally is a great power that you can have, especially in these distractive times. So some other benefits, different types of meditations, especially meditations relating to the Kundalini, or to opening the third eye or decalcifying your pineal gland, have immense benefits that you can witness and experience instantly. So look up meditations to help you decalcify your pineal gland. Look up meditations to help you awaken your Kundalini. And essentially, these are energy sources that most of us have let go dormant. Now, not willingly in most cases, but we've been convinced that it's unnecessary or that it doesn't really exist. But these energy sources are multidimensional. They are different access points into higher levels of existence and experience. So if you can access these things, you can live a more rich life, for real. So look into these things. Look up Kundalini. Look up decalcifying your pineal gland. I have done talks about these before. I will definitely do talks on them again now that we're here on YouTube. So Big up to What Luck Skateboards. Says, love this so much. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you were able to come here and check it out on YouTube. Please, if you can, I'm just asking everyone to help spread this around. I did just change platforms, so it's going to take a minute to get people over here to YouTube and subscribed. That way we can be all notified and connected and on the same page when these things go live. So any way you can help share it, any way you can spread it around, I very much appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming to the video. If there are no other questions or anything else, really there's so much regarding meditation. I could really just keep going on and on. But one other thing I did just want to mention, a meditation that has worked a lot for me. And you can find this on YouTube. Oh, big up Bart. Enough respect. What Luck Skateboards. Big up Bart. Big up Endless Summer Radio. Endless Summer Tattoos. Yes, enough respect. Big up the whole Cocoa Beach Massive. So yeah, another meditation in particular, which I used or have used, used to use a lot, is called the Ananda Mandala. You can find it on YouTube. I will try to post a link for it here in the description or in the comments once I get this all figured out. But it's about 30 minutes long. It's a combined pranayama and meditation practice. So you go through a series of connected breathing, followed by focusing on different chakras. And as you do so, it's meant to awaken the kundalini and move it through the various different chakras. And it's very effective, but it's also pretty intense. So check it out, try it, but don't be afraid if you can't make it through the first time. It is pretty intense. So just want to put that warning out there. Big up to Jimmy Shu. Enough respect. Jimmy says, any places you suggest meditating at? Oh man, well, this can be one of the hardest things because at least for me, I find that finding a good spot to meditate is very difficult. I like to be in some place of solitude, some place particularly outside in nature. I like to do it kind of just as the sun is rising or the sun is setting, which can make that hard because either if you're camping in the woods somewhere and nobody's around and you wake up as the sun is rising, then bam, you can do your meditation right then. I used to do it in my backyard in the mornings, right about like 7 o'clock, just as the sun was rising. But my yard is not quite as overgrown as it used to be, so I'm much more exposed to my neighbors. I feel a little bit more self-conscious about it, which does distract me more. So if you're like me, you probably just want to be in a place that is going to allow you to not feel self-conscious and not worry about anybody walking in on you or happening to see you while you're practicing your meditation. I don't know why, it's just maybe a subconscious type of thing, but I choose to be in a place of just solitude as much as possible. But so that can be indoors as well, doesn't have to be outside. You can be within a room, out on the patio, anywhere really, just anywhere that you can be that you won't be easily distracted. Now if people walking by or people coming in the building or people being in their yards or whatnot is not distracting to you, then do it wherever you feel comfortable, but good question. Big up Jimmy, thanks for tuning in. So yeah, let me think. Good topic, Jimmy. Places to meditate, benefits of meditation, ways to meditate, different types of meditation. So yeah, Jimmy says the beach is nice too in the water. Yeah, absolutely. Just floating on your back. If you can go to the beach and go to the salt water and just float on your back in the salt water, it's kind of like your own isolation tank, sensory deprivation tank, only you are still fully sensory. So you still hear everything in the water. You definitely feel the wind and the sun, and it's probably going to be other people that you'll hear as well. But that can all be part of your meditation. Nobody's going to care about somebody floating in the water at the beach. It's a great spot. Great spot. So yeah, enough respect. But if there are any other questions, if you are able to watch this as a rerun, still leave a question in the comments. I'm sure I'll get notified about it, and I will come back and address it for you, give you the answer. But thank you again for tuning in. Please share it back on Facebook, share it on Instagram, share it on YouTube. Help me get more subscribers. I'm trying to build this as much as possible. It's going to take a minute coming from Facebook Live over here to YouTube Live, so I do appreciate your support and your help. If you're local, unfortunately, I'm not going to be performing this Thursday, October 11th, like I was supposed to be. There's this hurricane coming or something, and so it's canceling gigs already. But that will be rescheduled. Check the calendar for updates. And yeah, follow me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, baddaskat.com for the schedule and all upcoming events. And also check me out on all music platforms as well. iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon. Enough respect to you all. Give thanks and praise again. Badda Skat, Monday Meditations, jumping back and forth, signing out. Thank you again. Bless.